Hey, I'm Randy and you're watching The Cheap Audio Man. Here at The Cheap Audio Man, we talk about high-value hi-fi home theater and headphone products and music streaming services. And today we're talking about Tidal, whether it's better than Amazon Music. So, sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about Tidal versus Amazon Music. Today's sponsor is Sith Audio. They've done it once again with their audiophile cable management system. That's right, it comes in a variety of colors so that you can bind together multiple and different cables so you know which ones are which. Now you can do that with one of their nanotechnology patent pending audiophile cable management devices. Let's see, what do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4. You get a pack of 5 for $99. Okay, Tidal versus Amazon Music. I talk about Amazon Music a lot. I'll tell you why later, but I wanted to talk a little bit about Tidal because they have changed up their pricing structure a little bit. But I also wanted to give a little history lesson or walk down, I don't know if it's a lesson. I got it all off of Wikipedia. Whether or not it's true, I'm going to repeat back what I read on Wikipedia and maybe some of it's true. Tidal actually started way back in 2014. A lot of people think Jay-Z started Tidal. No, Jay-Z did not start Tidal. Jay-Z bought Tidal. It was a Norwegian company that started a music streaming service. About a year later, Jay-Z's company bought Tidal from them, and it was relaunched a bunch of different times. Anyway, he got a bunch of other artists involved with Tidal, including Nicki Minaj, Madonna, you may have heard of her, Jack White, Daft Punk. You may have heard of some of those people. Anyway, they all got together and they started releasing some exclusive content on Tidal. A lot of people associate Tidal with MQA, but that relationship didn't start till 2017. Bit of controversy surrounding Tidal as well as far as the veracity of their subscription claims. In 2015 and 2016, they claimed to have 1 million subscribers and 3 million subscribers, respectively. However, in 2017, a Norwegian newspaper claimed to have internal documentation that stated when they claimed to have 1 million subs, they actually had 350,000. When they claimed to have 3 million, they had 850,000. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. They claim to have documents. That's fine. Tidal's not the only company that maybe fudges their music subscription rates. Amazon Music is a little bit guilty of that as well. A lot of times what they do is take the number of people doing a trial or actually on a free tier and they say, yeah, these people are subscribed. They also got into a little bit of trouble too because I think it was Beyonce released an exclusive Tidal only record or album. I don't know. It's on Wikipedia. Search Tidal History and it'll come up. They claimed that somebody's record was streamed like 100 or 250 million times in the first 15 days. The only problem with that is they only had 3 million subscribers, claimed subscribers. So the actual subscribers were probably even less. Someone pulled out the old calculator and they figured out even if every subscriber on Tidal listened to that record 8 times a day, it still didn't add up to the number of times they claimed that the record was streamed. Okay? It doesn't really matter though. They have music, they've restructured their pricing tiers, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about what I like about Tidal too. There's things I like about Tidal. It's not all just bad news. So as far as their new pricing structure goes, they have a free tier. Yeah, go figure. Tidal has gotten into a free tier. Why? Because they have to. They have to compete against Spotify. They have to compete against Pandora. They have to compete against Amazon Music. All of these services have a free tier. Tidal has one now. Their next tier is called Hi-Fi, and that includes lossless music or CD quality. $9.99. Shocking, right? $9.99 is also what Apple Music charges, and $8 is what Amazon Music charges if you have Prime. Actually, I think it may be $7. Anyway, it's in line. So Tidal's prices are now in line with Amazon Music, with Spotify, which isn't lossless, and Apple Music. Then they have their Hi-Fi Plus, which includes MQA. All right, so if you want to pay an additional $10 on top of the Hi-Fi subscription, you get MQA, basically, and you get a 10% pay back to the artist. So There's also some controversy around Tidal's claims on how they reimburse the artist. There was a report out, and I actually think it was on John Darko's website, and that's where I got the information from. And it showed basically the royalties or the payouts. And Tidal was not at the top of the heap. It was actually Amazon Music, ironically. But Tidal now claims to pay artists more than any other service, and their top tier service, which you pay $10 premium on, has some type of payment going back to the artists that you stream personally. So if you want MQA, you want to pay the artist more money, you can pay double. Or you could just get the hi-fi tier and maybe go buy a t-shirt or something. Go see them in concert. Something like that. Buy one of their records. Sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of the $19.99 tier. MQA though. You get MQA. That's another thing. 2017. They weren't always MQA. They also have a family plan. Now, I'll get into what I like about Tidal, but I like their family plan. They also, which I also like, they have a military and first responder discount. So you will get the Hi-Fi Plus tier, which is MQA, and then payments from the artist. There's probably something else in there as well. $11.99, $12. Not bad. Maybe. Not bad. What I like about Tidal. Number one, their radio seems to work well. I was listening today through Tidal, listening to another piece of equipment. Actually, there's an LCDX on the iFi Zen 1 signature. I don't know, it's 3 words put together. That's the title. Zen 1 signature. It's a DAC. Anyway, I was listening to that through the Geshelli Labs E2 headphone amplifier. I don't know why I'm saying all this. Point being is I listened to In Utero by Nirvana. The whole record. I kept switching back and forth between that DAC and the Geshelli J2 DAC. Anyway, that video is coming out later. But I started getting busy. I was doing something, researching something, and I just started rolling into some Stone Temple Pilots. And the music that they played after that record just stopped was very good. I liked it, obviously. So they have a decent algorithm. The other thing I really like about Tidal is if you are an Apple Music person or an Amazon or a Spotify, they have a link to, there's one called TuneKit and then there's another one. Basically what happens is you point your old streaming service at your new streaming service, which is Tidal, and it takes all of your playlists and just pulls them right through, and then it creates the playlist. Didn't have all my playlists in my family subscription, so pulled them right in. It was great. Easy. It took like 3 minutes. Very good. Very impressed. So you don't have to go back and rebuild all of your playlists. Other thing I really like about Tidal is Tidal Connect. So Tidal Connect is a streaming feature. So some streamers have Tidal Connect. And what that does, you don't have to go into the streamer's application. So you don't have to go to Blue Sound Node. You don't have to go to the Up for Stream, which is a relic. You don't have to go through the Andover. Okay, you don't have to go through Playfi. Thank goodness. What happens is you pull up the app on your phone and you click the little speaker and then you click whatever device. It says Tidal Connect. Some Raspberry Pi streamers using Volumio Premium have Tidal Connect. The new Weem Mini streamer has Tidal Connect. So the cool thing about Tidal Connect is first, it plays gaplessly. Second, you don't have to go into the third-party app. You can already use the app on your phone or your tablet, whatever else you're using, to control the music. So it's easier, it's less buggy, and it's gapless. So Tidal Connect is pretty cool, and it's being implemented into a lot of streamers. 3, artist payouts. Okay, I'm just going to take their word for it. They claim to pay the artists more. Fine. They claim to pay the artists even more if you pay double. Okay? Good, they should. They should pay the artist double, whatever $9.99 tier is. All right? Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. They have a new pricing structure. I like the free tier. They seem to be getting very aggressive at bringing in new subscribers, which is cool because the more competition there is in the space, the better it's going to be for everybody. They also integrate very well with Rune. Rune is a whole nother animal, and I'm going to do another video on Rune itself. But Rune is kind of a music discovery tool, a music repository. Actually, I was at work, and one of my buddies was trying to sound smart. He meant to say repository, but he said suppository, which I thought was hilarious. Now I use that. I always mention that to him. Suppository. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Rune. Okay, back to Rune. Rune is sorts out all the music that you have on a hard drive or a NAS. It integrates Tidal and Qobuz, and it also has a whole bunch of DSP stuff going on. It's very good. It's very cool. Rune is cool. The other thing I like about Tidal is their family plan is not draconian. And what I mean is you can be a family is loosely defined with Tidal, which is good. I have people in my family that maybe don't have my same last name or we're related in any way, shape, or form, or even live close to each other. So if you have a family plan, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but if you have a family plan, you and your buddies can get together and kind of share that, and you can be a family. I mean, who's to say who's family, not family? So their family plan, not super draconian. I'll tell you whose family plan is draconian is Qobuz. They stipulate you have to live in the same household to be on the family plan of Qobuz. Okay? Loosen up, Qobuz. Tidal does it. Amazon Music does it. What I don't like about I already said it. What I don't like about Tidal is MQA. All right? I think that cat's out of the bag. I think MQA has cast a bad shadow on Tidal. If Tidal didn't have MQA, I don't think maybe people would look at them in the light that a lot of audiophiles do, because MQA seems to be a big time dividing line within hi-fi enthusiasts or audiophiles in general. Either you think it's just a bunch of snake oil or you like it. I don't really have a position on it one way or the other. I listen to masters. I like to see it when the light turns a different color, and I like to see MQA come up on the screen on the DAC. I don't mind it. Some people don't want to pay extra for a lossy format. I get that. I totally get it. Oh, I forgot to say another thing that I love about Tidal, their exclusive mode. So when you're running exclusive mode on your desktop or whatever it is, it actually controls the bit and sample rate of the DAC. Amazon Music, which I'm going to get to in what I don't like about Amazon Music, does not do that. So really there's only two things I don't like about Tidal. MQA, and I really don't care about MQA. Now that they just have the hi-fi tier, I think that's awesome. You don't have to pay for MQA anymore. I think that's a good move on their part. And then their pricing structure, which I think $19.99 is too high. I just think it's way too high. Even if you're getting extra payouts to the artist, yes, of course. If you pay more, if you're paying double for the subscription, the artist should get paid more. It's cool. That's cool. It's cool. Amazon Music. Amazon Music has been my go-to streaming service because one thing I like about Amazon Music, it's cheap. If you're a Prime member, Amazon Music is only $7 or $8. If you only have one device, so let's say you only have an Amazon Link and you have that hooked up to your stereo, that's the only time you're ever going to use that and the only time you're ever going to use Amazon Music, you can get an Amazon Music subscription for that device only for like $3.50, maybe $4. That's cheap. Amazon Music has a huge library. It's all CD quality. Actually, I forgot to mention, one of the reasons why I never signed up for Tidal for the longest time is because they didn't have the Metallica catalog. They didn't have any of it. They had one record, and it was Lulu, and I think that was a joke. I think Metallica said, yeah, you have Lulu. So I did not sign up for Tidal. I had no interest in Tidal because they had none of the Metallica records. They do now, which is good. Back to Amazon Music. Amazon Music has gone through a few different iterations. There is still a free tier, and that is if you are a Prime member, there is an Amazon Music associated with being a Prime member. Very limited in bandwidth, also a limited catalog. They used to have what they called Amazon Music HD. That has been nixed. Now they just have Amazon Music. So they used to have three. They had the Amazon Prime Music, they had Amazon Music, and then they had Amazon Music HD. Well, they only have two now, the free one and Amazon Music, and that includes lossless music. Their family plan is only $14.99, and that's lossless music for 5 people. That's about all I like about Amazon Music. I use it all the time. I use it more because I'm used to it and I know how to navigate it. But let's talk about things I don't like about Amazon Music. I forgot to say it also works well with voice commands, obviously. So there's a bunch of Amazon devices. Anyway, what I don't like about Amazon Music, they don't have an exclusive mode. So when you're using the desktop application, it does not change the bit rate and sample rate of your DAC. You have to go into Windows or whatever it is and say, hey, this is 24192. So if you go from a 24.192 song to a 16.44.1 song, it doesn't switch it. It just stays. So you're not really getting true bit perfect playback through the desktop amp. I think you get it through, ironically, an iPhone that has a camera adapter going into a DAC. I think you'll get it through some of the streamers too. Other thing I don't like about Amazon Music is their own devices that were designed to play their own high definition streaming services wouldn't play in 192 or wouldn't play in full resolution. They would play in 1644.1, and they didn't say any of that. Their digital output on the devices that they designed for their own music streaming services can't even export or output the full resolution, which I found to be insane. Now, with all that said, I personally don't care about getting full resolution. As long as it's lossless or better, that's really all I care about. I just think it's a little shady to come out with the Echo Link and claim that that device is meant to play Amazon Music in all its high definition glory, and it doesn't. I still like the Link though, but they shouldn't say that it's designed for high resolution music. Another thing I don't like about Amazon Music is they don't integrate with other streamers very well. So their API or whatever it is not as open as Tidal or Qobuz is. Really the best platform for Amazon Music is, well, Amazon's, which is the Echo products and the Link, things like that. And then the Blue Sound product. Blue Sound will play Amazon Music gaplessly. However, there's a caveat to that. The way Amazon Music is implemented into other streamers, Blue Sound, Andover Songbird, Playfi, all the different ones that actually play Amazon Music, the latency is the worst out of all the streaming services. So it's slower than Tidal, it's slower than Spotify, it's slower than Qobuz, it's slower than Deezer, slower than everything, slower than my NAS. For whatever's going on, I don't think Amazon's giving all the necessary information to these streaming companies that make the hardware and the software to implement it. I don't think Amazon is being as open, and therefore it takes a little bit longer to switch between tracks. Now, is it super long? A little bit. I would say it's 50% longer than other services. So if Tidal takes 2 seconds, Amazon Music is going to take 3 seconds. That is, of course, going to be dependent upon your network, your Wi-Fi, all that stuff. But I have listened to a lot of streamers, and I have listened to Amazon Music through all of them that support Amazon Music. And the one thing they all have in common when compared to other streaming platforms, Amazon Music takes longer. A little bit longer. Takes really long on Playfi, even longer on Hios. I think Playfi and Hios are the same thing, just with a different name. I'm serious. I think Hios is a rebranded Playfi. Another thing I don't like about Amazon Music is my playlist. Okay, so when you'll listen to all your music, you'll load up all your music, and then they'll have a playlist called My Playlist. And in theory, it's supposed to just randomly play a lot of the music that you like. It plays the same songs over and over again, for me, personally. My Playlist is okay if you want to listen to the same songs. Their radio function is okay, but one has to go down to the track level, press the little 3 button things, and then go start radio for it to start the radio. Where on Tidal and Rune and a lot of the other, it just plays. I find that Tidal is a little bit better at playing music that I may haven't heard over and over 100 times and maybe think I want to hear. Amazon Music's radio is just not as good as Tidal's. That's about it. Here's the good news. Tidal's running a deal right now, and I think it's 2 months for $2 if you sign up. And I'll have a link in the description. Of course I will. And Amazon Music, I think, is running 3 months for free, really. You can figure it out, which one you like. You can download them both. For $2, you can figure out if Tidal is worth it or not. You don't even have to buy MQA now, so it's not all or nothing. And I think that's a really smart move on Tidal's part. I'll have links to both of them. You can download both of them. You can import all your playlists from Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, whatever it is, right into Tidal, and you can give it a test drive. If you like it, keep doing it. I think $10 is a fair price. That's what Apple is. That's what Spotify is, and they're still not lossless. Amazon Music's a little bit cheaper. Whether or not you think the Tidal algorithm is better, I think it's better, personally. And I've been spending a lot more time in Tidal lately. Or Amazon's better. You figure it out. You try it out. Have some fun, okay? If you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night, we have Patreon-only Zooms. We also have a Patreon-only Facebook group. You can sign up for a trial of Tidal. You can sign up for a trial of Amazon Music. You can use the links in the description. Those links are affiliate links. So don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge listen through Tidal or Amazon Music or Qobuz or anything else and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.